Hello, everyone. My name is Indale Nasa, and I am from Umoja Generational Wealth Group. And I'm here with my co-sister, and and we are part of this organization. We'll be talking about what we do, what our plans are, what we've done before, and what our future plans are. And we are here on AUK Radio to help our brothers and sisters know a little bit about us. And you are?
Hi, so I'm Jacqueline Burnett. It's lovely to meet everybody. I'd say Grand Rising, Sarah Bonner.
Sarah Bonner.
So lovely to be engaging and having a conversation with you. And I'm happy to be here today.
Yes, on this cold afternoon in Luton,
in
the
Luton.
UK. Yes.
Yeah. But we're
Right.
warm together.
Yes, we are warm right where we are in
Yes, we
here.
are.
Yes. So, Umoja Generational Wealth, we are a group of brothers and sisters who came together right around the pandemic time. Yeah. Not a great time to reflect on, but there were good things that came out of it. So
we came out of it as a group.
we did.
But as a company as well.
Yes.
So we're not just a group.
We are registered.
We're a registered company.
Yes, we're a registered company with Companies House.
Yep.
Yes, since 2021. Okay. And we have reached out in the community. I don't know how many people know about us, but I'm sure there's quite a few people who would know about Umoja Generational Wealth. And we talk about wealth creation.
Yeah.
What else?
And we're comfortable about talking about wealth creation.
That's right.
Which wasn't necessarily the case before the pandemic, I would say. But I think people, our people, those of African heritage, understand more that if we don't talk about wealth and economics, we are not going to build our own assets as individual and as a collective.
As a collective. And we do insist a lot on the collective. The word Umoja itself means unity, doesn't it?
Yes.
And so we work more on that side of things about looking at community in a collective way and seeing how we can pool our resources and learn from each other, and then be able to create that wealth that we saw that is needed in our community.
Because we have done it before.
Yeah.
For those who may not know, the Windrush generation that came in the 60s, 40s, 50s and 60s, they couldn't get loans, they couldn't get credit, but they did have their own businesses. Hair company, I think it was Drake's, were one in the UK, and they bought their houses.
Yes.
When the banks and others wouldn't give, they did work together, and they found allies in many had in the end did get their houses before the government brought in legislation to say it was against the law to discriminate on services. So we've done it in the past. For those for the Caribbean, we call it partner.
Yes, and in many other African societies, we have similar things happening. Susu, we have Njangi. Njangi is from
I love that.
I'm from my parents, my heritage, my family is from Cameroon, but I'm an African, and so there they call it Njangi, as where people come together for a common cause, a common goal. Yeah.
So for those that are listening, we're just going back to our ancestrals' way of working that did support the community and build the community.
That's right.
Yes. So that's what Umoja is doing.
It's doing.
And we operate underneath the principle of Ubuntu.
Under the principles of Ubuntu, which is collective, the individual comes together, and in the collective we do things to better the individual and the collective.
Yes.
So that is very, very important in Ubuntu, where things are shared.
Yeah, so we rise together. Nobody is not about being the individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me, myself,
and I.
It's about the we.
Yeah, we.
So if we rise, as a collective, I rise because I'm part of the collective.
Yes, and the famous saying with that is I am because you,
we are.
yes, because we are. So it's not individualistic, it's communal, and communalism, that sense of sharing for the betterment of the whole community.
And the belonging, because a lot of us, we've lost that belonging.
Yes.
Which is affected, depending on where you are in the West, that sense of isolation, loneliness, and we're looking to come back together. We're working on that, and we are gathering together more, I would say. And we're learning. There's a saying, iron sharpens iron.
Yes. Yes.
Or one hand can't clap.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing, because I'm learning from you, and you've learned from, we've got different journeys to this point, and it's been really lovely.
Yes, and with social media, it's been quite easy to see how a lot of our brothers and sisters in the community are doing this, trying, seeing the importance of us working together as a group, as a community to help ourselves. So it's really good to see that.
But the beautiful thing for me with Umoja, whereas before we've been, for my journey, so has been really in finance and then equality and diversity and community activism.
That's right.
It's been about social justice. Before joining Umoja, social justice didn't have an economic side to it. Yeah. But now, since 2020 and what happened with joy, we understand inequality is inequity, and inequity is about money.
It is.
And that has been like, I our people get treated worse because we haven't got a collective economic power and economic system. And every time our leaders have tried to do that, they've been taken out.
Yes.
So we have to start from the community, not wait for leadership, because then there are single point of failure. Whereas we come together, and that's why we're doing this, reaching out to our community globally, because we are not a minority, we are a majority.
Yes, we are.
And together we can build.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's what Umoja is about.
And it is not about sidelining or hating another community.
No.
That's really not what Umoja is about. It's about building our community. Now, Umoja UGW, our organization has been, like we said, almost 4 years going now, and we do have activities, things that we've done.
Yeah.
We meet every week.
We meet every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
So we've been doing the group economic coaching. So that's where we've put into practice to saying iron sharpen iron, because we're meeting and we're discussing, and we're edifying each other. Yes. And it's a safe space. So we've always been respectful to each other, and for myself, it's been really, given the pandemic and what happened, and a lot of us lost loved ones in the pandemic, it's been a very lovely place to be safe and to not be traumatized, because we understand each other's journey, what our people have gone through over the years, and we're still learning.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we
so
are.
That's been really, really good.
Yes, we learn every day. And my background is from teaching, education, and we know that what we learn, we don't learn for learning's sake. We learn because we need to be able to apply what we've learned, and it have an impact, a positive impact on our lives. And so we look in Umoja, we look as well at the educational side of things. What are we learning? And that's where financial education comes in, because we have that as part of our services, is that we do give financial coaching. Yeah. So that we understand how money works.
We do. And what's key for those that are listening, we don't charge an exorbitant amount of fee. Once you're a member, it's really affordable, because specifically in the UK, the numbers of wealth management
A
organizations
lot of them.
that are there for the ordinary person is not affordable. There used to be loads. I think it's more than 50% have retired and left the sector.
Okay.
So back in the 80s, more ordinary people could get wealth management advice and all
Fine.
that. That's gone. So it's only those that have already got a certain level of income that can afford those. So it prices it out. Where what we've offered is available for all. It's not free, but it's affordable. And then you can access individual coaching advice, financial coaching advice from somebody that's qualified in how you can change your circumstances.
Right.
Because nobody's going to change it for us. We've got to do it ourselves.
Got to do it ourselves. Yes. And so the membership of the organization is pretty straightforward.
It is.
If you talk to us, we would give out the
so we'll post our website, Umoja Generational Wealth. If you put it in Google, it does come up.
It does come up.
It does come up.
Yes.
So it's an easy membership.
Yes.
But we do have standards.
Yes. Yes, we do.
We do have standards.
We have to. Yes, we have to have it, because it's not about just coming in and just doing whatever.
Yeah.
We have standards, as you say, and we do abide by them and make sure that things work for the benefit of everyone.
Yes.
Everyone, not the person. And it's a flat organization, Umoja. We don't have a CEO or a president or no. We have roles and responsibilities where every member is responsible, and every member has a role to play in talking about the creation of wealth.
Yeah. So that's really important. So there is a management group that we've formed over the years.
Yes.
So that we meet on a regular basis, and we've shaped the program. So we've shaped the management, the membership. We've shaped what we look for a membership, making it affordable. We spent many an hours talking it back. So so we want to welcome the whole of our diaspora together, whether you're in Al-Kiba land, whether you're in Europe, UK,
Brazil,
North, South America, New Zealand, Australia, because we are everywhere.
Yes, we are.
So that is the main thing. So we do a Tuesday session, group economics, and it's free.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 hours starting from 7:30.
7 to 9.
7 to 9. Thank you, sister. 7 to 9, and we've talked about many different issues
that affects
our community.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the pyramid of power. We've done sessions on understanding assets and liability. That was like that was a light bulb moment, so like the sort of thing is, your house is not an asset until you've paid off the mortgage.
Yes.
Yeah. Those sort of things.
We've talked about protecting our assets. Yeah. Talking about estate planning.
Yeah. So a conversation we don't have in our community enough is about death. We don't. Everybody freaks out. I remember, no, you want to kill me? No, but it's a certain thing in life, isn't it? They say death and taxes.
Uncertainties.
So we've had more of a more organic conversation. So we understand the systems, and how we can minimize the trauma when we pass, that we don't leave our loved ones with a lot of pain. Besides the grief. So we've done that so people understand. And what we've also done is our summit.
Yes, we've done the summit. Yes, we did a summit earlier this year. It seems like a long time ago. It was in February 2024. So earlier this year in Jamaica. We went to beautiful Jamaica, and the response was just phenomenal. I mean, we had speakers.
So we had Joshua Maponga, and he was just a teacher.
Yes.
He was just beautiful.
Born
And
teacher.
what was really, there was a few, like, I would say crescendo moments.
Yes.
The number one, when he talked about unlocking our ancestral DNA.
Yes. Yes.
It's
he
like, yes, now I know why I like certain colours.
did. That's right.
Yeah, why I like orange and red, because that's the colours of my ancestors.
Earth colors.
Yes. It's like, yeah. I'll walk into a room and everybody says, oh, you're wearing bright colours. Yes.
Yes.
Now I didn't feel any way before, but him saying that. And then when he talked about how we view time, that we look to the past, wasn't it? It's vertical, wasn't it?
Yes, he was vertical, not
Not horizontal.
Yes, he said it.
And not like the Asian circular. Was it Asians were circular? I think it was.
I think it was. Yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that explained that. Because with the vertical, it made me think about Sankofa.
Oh,
The word Sankofa, that you got to look back to move
move
forward. And he was talking about, you got today, tomorrow's not come.
Guaranteed.
Yes.
It's not come yet.
Not come yet. That was
But
really,
yesterday,
yeah.
you got yesterday to reflect on.
Yes.
Yes, but today is what is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And what I did, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, there was a lot of things I didn't expect. But then he also talked about the importance of the mother and the female
in
an African
setting.
perspective. And that was beautiful, because often I don't see the female elevated. And when he talked about how we must respect our elders, yeah, that for me, that was beautiful.
It was.
Yeah, it's like it was just like it was meant to be. And the spirituality in the space we created,
which was enhanced by our sister Rosa, talking about sunset meditation and the drumming from the Rastafarians. It just uplifted the mood.
Yeah.
And it was lovely. We also had Dr. Arikana,
Mother
Africa, former UN ambassador to the AU. So
wasn't it good when she walked and everybody stood up?
Yes, and she delivered her message. We know her as a Pan-Africanist and an activist even. She's been described as that. It's up on the internet. So she wants to continue to. She has this organization ADDI.
Yeah.
A lot of people. So she was there with us in Jamaica, and continue to give that same message of unity and us coming together.
Yeah.
To work as one group.
Yeah.
So it was interesting, that summit.
Yeah.
It
was warm,
and informative, and and warm and welcoming, and a lot of our brothers and sisters over there in Jamaica were just hungering, to go back home. They said, we want to go and visit the motherland. We want to go. And
they were so happy. I remember
happy.
One sister, she hugged me really tight, and she said, oh, thank you for bringing Africa to Jamaica. And when I've spoken to some people afterward, they said, I didn't understand. They said, but it's because the Caribbean is always going to Africa. They don't feel that Africa comes to the Caribbean.
Yes.
And I said, oh, I never thought. So that was about we being the bridge.
Yes.
Umoja is the enabler. That's what we're doing.
Yes.
To connect. And also, with the summit, which we've done and what we're going to do in the future, we are working on reversing the triangle.
Reversing the triangle. That was one of those phrases that was used a lot in the summit. And so that triangle, how do we describe it?
Well, they went from America, they went from Britain to Africa, enslaved our ancestors, and then went to the Americas. We're reversing it, because we in Britain, we went to the Americas first,
And to Jamaica.
which is Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody knows the prominence of Jamaica with
In its
in this
history.
history.
History. Yeah.
And then next we're going to go to Santa
We're
May,
going to Sao Tome.
which is Africa.
Yes.
Which was the first
historical place on the continent where the slaves were kept.
the enslaved.
The enslaved. The
Yes.
enslaved were kept
Yeah.
before
moving to the Americas.
Yes, and then the second one was in Ghana.
Yeah.
In
So,
Ghana.
so for those that are listening, we've created a narrative and to take our people on a journey. For some, it may result in them going back to Alkemaland. Some, it may not, but it's a journey of the mind and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
To reconnect. Now,
Yes.
it wasn't until I became part of Umoja,
Right.
I didn't even know Santa May existed.
Yes.
I didn't know that it was the first plantation.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So all these things that have been hidden by design and by purpose, it was like, wow.
Yeah. Yes. So we're planning. This is the future. We're planning to have this summit next year in 2025 in Sao Tome. And did you know that the Sao Tome is one of those lucky countries where the equator line passes through?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, yes.
No.
It's one
Do
of
you see,
one of the
Ghana says
countries
it's the center of the
of the earth.
yeah,
Yes.
of the earth.
Yes. So it passes through Sao Tome, and I mean, you can literally put one foot on the northern hemisphere and the other feet on the southern hemisphere, and it's interesting. So lots of
I
history.
wonder if there's
Lots of
any
history.
sort of any atmospheric stuff that
when you go there, yeah, they do say that some do, like the sunset, and it's all wonderful. The things that scientists who are interested in these things have observed, but it's an interesting and historical place for us as a community, and so we'll be going there. And so if people come in who are listening to us and join us, then we'll be able to go and learn more about our ancestry and about how as a collective we can change,
yes,
or start to change the course of
because
our
we're
history.
working on our minds.
Yes, and it's a journey.
Yeah, how we see ourselves. So I'm really looking forward to this, and it's next August.
It is, yes.
It's from the 6th to the 14th of
6th to 14th of August.
So for myself, and one of the beautiful things we've been doing as well, Umoja, is that we're connecting and working beyond language, because that's what's kept us separated.
Yes, it's the
So
fact that
yeah, I mean, I have learned so much more about the Portuguese. I didn't know that we were a majority in Brazil until I became part of Umoja.
That's right.
Yeah, I didn't know, because you don't see that. You don't see that narrative on the TV, in any articles.
In the main media.
Yeah.
Yes, they wouldn't.
And speaking to a friend who's Nigerian, she said there is a point on the coast of Nigeria that is a straight sailing line that takes you to Brazil.
To Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, it's only in conversation
That you
as a result of
get
being
it.
in part of Umoja
Yes.
and learning all these things.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh, she said,
Yeah.
yeah, she did tell me the name. It's direct. So for us, we are learning about self, the mind, but economics is always
On
the
the
spine.
line.
Yeah, like the spider web, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. This
It
web
is.
that's gonna.
And there are lots of projects
Yes.
that we have been engaging in and still plan to engage in to make that happen, to make that economic angle of things. So pulling our resources together,
Yeah.
to be able to invest and do things as a community,
Yes.
for the betterment of the whole community as
Yeah.
opposed to one person or a group of persons.
So we've been focusing the mind about creating assets,
Yes.
wealth magnets. We have been
Wealth.
coached. And so and now I understand that more. When I read articles or watch the TV, from the coaching we've been doing, I have much more of a critical thinking mind.
An understanding, yeah.
So by becoming a member of Umoja, you will be coached to look beyond property as the only asset that you can have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are other
Assets,
assets
yes.
that are out there, and also reading the sort of books we have talked about.
Yes, because we do that. We
Yeah,
do
we've done that.
mention books that help us in our understanding. Because remember, I've heard it in several places. Remember that they say our story, our history has been told by other people for
Yes.
so many years, for so long. And so when each member hears about something, it's, oh, they suggest the book. Maybe you can read this, maybe you can get, and then we discuss what we read, and it's been a great journey.
Yeah, look how
This
many
last
times
4
we
years.
did dissect the richest man in Babylon.
The richest man in Babylon, yes.
We did dissect that. The writer is not from our background, but it was a very simple book of the principles
Of how to
manage and how to
money.
create wealth.
Yeah.
And even for me now, the language of luck, goddess of luck, being prepared for opportunities.
Yes.
That has really been useful. And by being part of Umoja, I've shared that with some, if I think that they're receptive,
yes,
to be on that journey. Yeah. So yeah.
And as a group as well, Umoja does participate in local events in our community.
Yes, we have.
We have been participating with our brothers and sisters to see how we can work together. There have been several events in London we've attended, in Luton, and the Nigerian community. Yes, and so
that was good.
Yes, we'll work together to see how best we can work in the community for our community.
But also, we've been working about how we think about wealth and how we trade. So so the concept that money is the only way of currency exchange, that has been really quite thought-provoking for myself. And I've learned that our ancestors did thrive without money.
Yeah, barter. They had the barter system.
And that was quite a revelation for myself. Yes. And then as a result of learning that, I've been to places or had conversations with cousins in my family that grew up in Jamaica.
Okay.
And they've told me, oh, your uncle or your great uncle did do this and trade that. And I went, oh, I didn't know that. So it's all connected really well.
It is. It is all connected. So, so we are having this conversation just to continue to reach out to the community and make our presence known. We're here. You can join us. We have our website. If you type UGE, Umoja Generational, UGEwealth.com, you will find us. We would have that on the program as well.
And before you today is the membership person. So this is beautiful Sister Marie.
Yes, I'll talk to you.
That will talk to you. Yes, and take you through everything.
The process. Yes, a very straightforward process.
And in the team, it's not just English. I only have English, but Sister Marie, she does French. And we've got somebody else that does Portuguese. Yes. So that's another thing that's quite unique about Umoja.
And we're trying to get African languages as well.
We are.
Because that's the we want to go that way.
So we're going to be bilingual. Well, we're bilingual already. Multilingual. Because we are, we are looking at leaving no stone unturned as to how others have enslaved us and colonized us and kept us divided. And language is one of our, so we're going, that's how I found it very useful in coming together. Yes, it's very, very healing. It has been for myself.
Yes, it has
Yeah.
been. So,
So please join us.
we're waiting. We're
Yes.
waiting for for those calls, and we would be there to answer them by email on the website. And we thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you for your time.